If you're a travel agent in 2026, you've probably heard this a million times. Why should I book with you when I can just use Viator? It's a tough question for sure. But the real question isn't about what you tell your clients. It's about what you need to tell yourself, about what Viator is really doing to your business. So let's just cut right to the chase. Is Viator this incredible tool that puts the whole world at your fingertips? Or is it more like a Trojan horse, looking great on the outside, but quietly eating away at your clients and your commissions from within? That's the conflict we're digging into today. And believe me, the answer isn't so simple. To really get a handle on this, we've got to understand one key thing. The Viator of 2026 is a totally different animal than it was just a couple of years ago. The whole landscape has shifted, and that means your strategy has to shift right along with it. So, how did we get here? Well, the big changes really started kicking off back in 2024. Then in 2025, they polished up their ShareLink tech. But the real game changer, the thing you have to be aware of, is what's happening now in 2026. They've rolled out a much smarter algorithm with way tighter attribution windows. What that really means is when you send a client your affiliate link, Viator's ads are going to hunt that client all over the internet. And if they end up booking something else later, even directly, you could lose that commission. Protecting your lead is more critical than ever before.
Quick break. If you're a travel agent and you need a beautiful website for your business, you can check out Travedeus.com. With Travedeus, you can create your own travel agency website in less than 5 minutes, with no coding required. Just visit Travedeus.com or click the link in the description below this video to get your free travel agency website.
Okay, but before we dive into all the threats, let's be fair, there's a really good reason so many of us use this platform, right? It has some undeniable, super powerful advantages that can make a travel agent's life a whole lot easier. Let's just start with a number that's pretty much impossible to argue with. Over 300,000. Yeah, that's the number of global experiences you get access to. The inventory is just unbeatable. That's pro number one. Number two, the interface is an absolute lifesaver. You get that last-minute text from a client who's already on their trip. Nothing is faster for a quick booking. And finally, number three, integration. It's just so easy to plug into platforms like Travedeus and earn some nice passive commission. All right, now for the part they don't exactly shout about in their marketing materials. There are some hidden traps here, and you really need to be aware of them because they hit you right where it hurts, your bank account and your brand. This right here is what I call commission compression. On a standard Viator booking, you might get, 9%, maybe 10% if you're lucky. But look at this. When you book directly with a local DMC, a destination management company, you're looking at commissions of 17.5%, maybe even 20%. That is a huge difference. We're talking about potentially half the income gone. And this might be the even bigger risk, brand dilution. I mean, think about it. You do all the work. You find the perfect tour, and your client gets a confirmation email, and whose logo is plastered all over it? Viator's. So who do they thank for that amazing experience? You or the big orange brand? If you're not careful, you're essentially paying to be a marketing agent for your biggest competitor. So it's a double-edged sword, right? You've got the pros and you've got these pretty significant cons. So how do you win? How do you use this powerful tool without letting it use you? Well, this is where having a clear, actionable strategy becomes your absolute best friend. Here's the playbook we recommend. It's just 3 simple rules. Rule 1, use Viator for the bread and butter stuff. The simple, high-volume things like skip-the-line tickets or big bus tours. Rule 2, for the wow moments, the private dinners, the custom transfers, the really special stuff, go direct to the supplier every single time. You'll make more money and give your client a better experience. And rule number 3, and this one is non-negotiable, own your branding. Always, always, always use your own branded landing page to show these options. Keep your logo front and center. So after weighing everything, the massive inventory against the real risks of commission compression and brand dilution, where do we land? What's the final verdict for a travel agent in 2026? I think this says it all, really. Treat Viator as the spice, not the main course. It's there to add a little flavor, to fill in some gaps, but it should never, ever be the core ingredient of your agency's menu. So here's the bottom line. Should you think of Viator as a must-have tool in your kit? Yes, absolutely. But should you think of it as your primary supplier? No.
That is a dangerous path that will slowly chip away at your profits and your brand. And making that distinction, well, that's everything.
And that brings us to the final question, and this one is for you. You have the playbook now. You know the risks, you know the rewards. So the only question left is this. Is your current strategy truly built to protect your business and set you up for success in 2026?